Hello, filling the dumpsters. It's not definitely my most favorite daily routine here, but anyway, it has to be done to run this place nice and comfortable. So I do filling dumpsters periodically. It depends how often, once in a month or twice a month. It depends how my business going around. If it's good business, I may have to do twice a month. If not, it's slow, then maybe once in a month, like that. So it's kind of ironic that you don't like this job at the moment, but if you're not doing the not capable, right? At less you do, your business get worse, right? So I can complain about it. Sometimes I think my childhood experience maybe help my sentiment. I mean, this kind of job, of course, when I became adults, I didn't imagine I would do in my adult age. But anyway, it's not so unusual. Why, as a small boy in Korea, like in the 70s, 80s, that time also kind of poverty was everywhere, and it's not very well organized, clean living environment everywhere actually, except for the some small number of rich people. But it was kind of ordinary life. Many people my age, so I didn't. It's not really shockingly special thing to me, anyway. And I accept my current reality, the in which I'm living in, and I don't have any repulsive feeling about it. Maybe that's the one good nature about myself. And this the thing I choose. This way I choose. Maybe in this kind of size of business, maybe I could hire some people to this job instead of me. But I don't want to. I don't want to. I wanna do it by myself. Yeah. It sounds a little bit weird, but doing this job, I feel alive. I just retrospect my like when I was a small boy, the struggle to live, I mean, it's nothing so special, nothing so horrible. Anyway, if you really want only decent and clean office job at this age out there, unfortunately, how much you wish, you can find anyone. Nothing, nothing. That's the very cold reality we have to accept. The age people. Even this job, I think if I get really old, like 10 years, 20 years after, maybe I cannot guarantee if I can still do it. Maybe not. So I just want to cherish even this moment, the liveliness about myself, being alive. Doesn't mean always very clean and decent. I'll show you some magic. You become it would reduce to half at least. Myself in the past, definitely I would concern about myself, how I being looked, how I being talked, something like that, right? I would, but maybe it was really good training about myself for last 9-10 years time. I become completely numb how other people look at me, how other people think of me. I mean, I don't really give a shit about it. I just focus on the moment right now in my hand, and completely like myself, indulging myself into the job on my hand makes me kind of let's say trance, maybe some kind of very practical way of trance in your life. One thing pretty funny is before until a couple of years ago, I thought later I would go any country I want, and I would do whatever business or retirement living, all this kind of stuff, right? I thought it's very granted that I would go to any country I aim at. But these days I feel very distant from that thinking. Maybe it will be very hard to achieve that thinking in the current environment of the world going around. Seems that the world shifts into the animosity to the different being upon your race, your color, upon your idea, and become very hostile. So not welcoming at all like before. Like 10 years before, 20 years before, there were kind of very pleasant feeling of being welcome, was invited, hospitable. I mean, among the people, you know, country you newly moved into. And although there are a lot of difficulties from different culture and different lifestyle, but there was still very welcoming feeling, welcoming vibe. But these days it seems that all the people turn to animosity to each other, to the people with different colors, nationality, and different idea. So my previous thinking later part of my life, maybe I might go to another country, start to living. It seems implausible. I mean, so let's say it's kind of self-fulfilling. Anyway, it's not very pleasant. So, is it the only way to stay? Is it kind of your lifestyle that different people just segregated in their own turf, on their own area, and then they just communicate only on the online, not on the online, virtually, right? Not physical base. It seems that I feel that's the case. That's the case. We are living in the world. The animosity, hostility against different beings gets harsher. So only allowed to communicate on online, virtually. Like, you know, living in a matrix. You can dream You can dream of different lifestyle. You can dream of something different, something new, but you are not allowed to make any direct contact, physical base, and then you are only allowed to contact on online virtually. Is it the case? Yeah, living it right now. This will look good, very horrible, but compare the work at the peak in the mountain. Actually, it's nothing special. To me, it's a kind of piece of cake. I think even worse work, it doesn't bother me.